Well. Good evening, West Ham fans. A little evening headlines for you all when you're sitting down there having your Saturday curry. Going to be booking mine in a minute. Very excited. I think I might go for a tandoori mixed grill. Mushroom rice, bombay aloo, onion bhajis. Seems about right. And a naan, garlic naan, of course. And hopefully I'll still be awake and not going into a food coma after eating that. And we'll be doing a watch along for the game at midnight tonight. Mentally, we'll probably be on from about 11:30. And, join us if you can. But as always, bringing you the headlines that have happened in the last sort of 24, 48 hours. And it's been a mental week. If you look at it from all the things that have happened, it's another crazy week in the West Ham, or just the fabric that is West Ham. Nothing surprises me. Now, let's talk about some players. It's all about players who've been linked to it, obviously. Let's talk Douglas Luiz. A couple of stories that have emerged. One is Gazzetta dello Sport have reported that Douglas could be facing up to €100,000 fine from Juventus for not turning up for training and skipping sessions amid sort of growing speculation over his future. Reports suggest that he wants to move back to the Premier League. West Ham, Everton and Forest have all been circling around with him. However, he, according to reports, wants to move to a bigger club than those three. Whether a bigger club will take a 27-year-old, quoted around €40 million as well. I don't think so. Juventus would prefer a bigger fee. It appears that Luiz is attempting to force their hand, putting pressure on the side to accept a lower offer. There was reports that it was going to be that they were going to accept a loan with obligation offer. Now it looks like that's not the case. I don't know what's going to happen with him. I mean, he's a good player wherever he goes to. There's conflicting reports. He wants to go to the Premier League, wants to go to a big club. Apparently, he doesn't want Everton, Forest, or West Ham. There's like the three clubs interested in him. So, beggars can't be choosers, mate, in it as well. But then again, you hark back to Jean-Claire. Jean-Claire heart was set at Juventus and playing Champions League football and yada, yada, yada. And now he's in the claret and blue, or mainly claret. It's not like blue in the shirt, as I said. Yesterday, obviously, we spoke about Lucas Paqueta this morning, rather, about Lucas Paqueta and the news that's happening soon that he will be found not guilty of all the charges and the hearing with the FA. I spoke about how, head and heart, according to reports, Claret Hugh, the decision is between the manager and player in terms of what happens with Lucas next. So believe that? Not really, personally, but we'll see what happens. But it does seem that we're trying to sort of line up maybe not his replacement, but the next in line. So, Harvey Elliott, someone we've been linked with, obviously, and Jacob Steinberg has said that we are being linked with the Werder Bremen for sort of midfielder Romano Schmidt. According to Jacob, we are considering a move for the Austrian international, who will only cost apparently £13.1 million. Deal's not said to be at advanced stage yet, but the Irons are aware of the situation. Villa and Fulham are also monitoring the 25-year-old. With the reported fee being quite minimal, I think, could be in line to secure a smart signing in terms of Schmidt. He's had 4 seasons in the Bundesliga. He's got 25 international caps as well. And so I wonder if he's coming to the end of his contract, because it does seem quite a bit of a cheap deal. Let me quickly have a look on Transfer Market and just see when his contract is up. Let's have a quick butcher's hook, shall we, Russ? Hasn't been updated randomly. It says his contract runs out in 2023, which was some 2 years ago. So I don't think that's the case. Yeah, I mean, again, if it's someone that's come out of the supercomputer, fantastic. I mean, across his time in, he's had 285 games. I've got to take out a few of the youth games, but 285 games under his belt, 36 goals, 54 assists. 25-year-old. Seems a smart signing, maybe. In the supercomputer we trust. And he's got a good name, Schmidt. Romano Schmidt. Further blaming, obviously, that's a former club of Mr. Fulkrug, and Austrian. I think the last Austrian played for us was that Anasovic. Was he the last Austrian? I think so. Maybe a no-brainer, really. Possibly another no-brainer could be a move for Bayer Leverkusen forward Amin Adli. Now, according to French journalist Julien Laurens, he says that West Ham are keen on recruiting the services of the Bayer Leverkusen forward. He's a 25-year-old. He's keen on a move to England, and Wolves are also interested in him. He's available for around 23 million quid. Everyone, it seems, all seem to be about 20 to 25 million quid. It's crazy. So he not necessarily a like-for-like replacement for Kudus, but a similar type of, very, very fast, very skillful as well. He won the Bundesliga with Bayer Leverkusen 23-24 season. Can play all the way across the front. I think also he played, if I'm right, he played in midfield as well as a CDM, as a attacking midfielder. Let me just check that. No, he didn't. Contract runs out in 2028. And what's quite interesting about Amin is he is, I think he's had some Moroccan international, 23 goals, 24 assists, and 142 games for Bayer Leverkusen. He's played as a number 9, plays a 10, but primarily has been as a left winger. And that's sort of his main position, his sort of hot spot in terms of where he plays. In terms of what he does, he likes to work his socks off when not in possession. He does a defensive job as well, which is a quality missing in sort of a lot of attacking players sometimes. Loves a through ball, loves a key pass, and he's only 5'9", but he's got a great leap on him, and is somewhat of an aerial threat in the box despite only being 5'9". And can you imagine when you got someone like a Diouf whipping balls in? Bosh! Over 180 players we've been linked with now. We've still month and a week left, 5 weeks. Obviously, tonight's the start of the summer series. And yeah, let's see what tonight brings, shall we? Let's see what tonight brings. Pre-season's always a strange one, isn't it? Because there's so many changes and patterns of play, new players coming in, new players coming back from international duties and whatnot as well. Let's see what happens. Anyway, thank you very much for your time as per usual. If you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe, and let me know in the comments below. What are you having for your takeaway tonight? Are you having a curry? What are you having? What is the go-to? That's what I want to know. And hopefully I will see you a bit later on if I don't fall asleep. Because I'm shattered today. I'm really tired today. I don't know why, but I'm knackered. But I suppose I can sleep when I'm dead. Anyway, take care, everyone. If you like what we do, don't forget to like, comment, share. Also, any other content, West Ham stuff, don't forget to like them as well. It always helps. Helps us all out. Much love. See you later, potatoes. Bye-bye.